This is your path, live, with Bishop Mark, live from Dallas Universal Life Church in Dallas, Texas.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I'm your host, Bishop Mark Zorn, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas, and Dallas Universal Life Church, as we do every Wednesday evening. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're enjoying your day, and I hope it's a beautiful day outside for you. It was kind of nasty and hot and cloudy today here in Dallas. Humid and cloudy, I think is what you best describe it. I think we're getting ready for a heck of a summer, I'll tell you that much. Okay, we are in the middle of our series called From the Ashes. And this is week 6 of that series of, I believe, eight episodes in that series. So we'll have 2 more after this. Next week is a big week. It's got coming up. This show is about you, though. And what does that mean? That means, I'm going to make sure this lens is all opened up all the way. There we go. That means we want to hear from you. So how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. There's a QR code at the top of your screen there. If you just take your phone and hold it up to it and put it on camera and hold it up there, it's going to bring a link up and hit that link and it'll take you to the green room. You can come talk to me. Or you can just look at that link at the bottom of your screen. It says tinyurl.com/Bishop Mark. Just type that into your browser. Do it from your computer, from your phone, wherever you are, and talk to me that way. Pretty simple, huh? And you don't have to do video, folks. If you don't want to do video, you can come in and it's just audio. It doesn't have to be video. So if you don't want to be seen on the air, that's cool. I understand that. If you just want to talk, that's great. Of course, you always have to chat open on Facebook and on YouTube. You can always chat there. And I'll try and remember to keep an eye on that. I try to. Also on Your Path Live, yourpath.online.church, yourpath.online.church. We also have live chat there as well. And I have that open on this other screen. I'll be trying to keep an eye on that as well. Okay, let's get into it because we got a busy one today. It's a good one. And again, I want to welcome you to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. We still got to get this teleprompter working. You've got a new teleprompter on here. I'm going to try out. Let's see if it works. Let me try it. Let's see. Oh, hey, the controls are right there. All right, here we go. We're getting very close to Holy Week. Now, very close to Palm Sunday and very close to the cross, very close to Easter. And if you've been walking with me through this entire series from the ashes, then you know we've been moving step by step through what it actually means for a life to change. Not an overnight change, not emotional change, not temporary change, but real change, the kind that actually changes who you are and how you live. We talked about temptation. We talked about humility. We talked about contemplation. We talked about confession. We talked about surrender. And tonight, we talk about something that is not very popular, but is absolutely life-changing. Before sacrifice, before the cross, before resurrection, there is obedience. Now, let me tell you something very important at the beginning tonight. Most people are not stuck because they don't know what to do. Most people are stuck because they're not doing what they already know. Let me say that again, because that's important. You're not waiting on the next instruction. You are stuck at the last instruction. That's a hard sentence, but it's true. People always say, I'm just waiting on God. I just need direction. I just need clarity. I just need to know God's will. But let me ask you a very honest question tonight. What if the problem isn't that God hasn't spoken? What if the problem is that you haven't obeyed? Because most of the time, if we're honest, we already know the next right thing to do. We just don't want to do it because it's uncomfortable or it's hard or it costs us something. So tonight it's about obedience. And here is the big idea for tonight. Your life will not change when you learn more. Your life will change when you obey what you already know. And somewhere this here goes. All right, here we go. Now let's start with scripture because this is everywhere in the Bible. From James chapter 1, verse 22. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. That is a very strong sentence. Notice the words deceive yourselves. Not deceive others, not deceive God, but you deceive yourself when you hear but don't obey. It does not say, don't ignore the word. It says, don't just listen to it. Because listening without obedience is deception. You can sit in church every week. You can watch religious shows. You can read books. You can listen to sermons and still never change. Because knowledge without obedience changes nothing. It does change nothing. All right. People always ask, what is God's will for my life? But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. God's will is usually not a mystery. God's will is usually obedience to what you already know is right. People want God to show them their entire future. God usually gives you one step. And the reason he gives you one step is because if he gave you the whole map, you would try to control everything. So he gives you one step and says, take this step, and then I'll show you the next one. But most people never get to the second step because they never took the first step. Okay, let's talk about what obedience actually looks like in real life, because obedience is not usually dramatic. Obedience looks like normal life decisions. Obedience looks like, well, it looks like telling the truth when lying would be easier, apologizing first, forgiving someone, paying what you owe, showing up on time, finishing what you started, turning something off you shouldn't be watching, not sending the text you want to send, having the conversation you've been avoiding, returning the money when someone gave you too much change. That's obedience. Not glamorous, not dramatic. Daily obedience. Obedience is action. And let me define obedience very simply. Obedience is doing what you already know is right. Not what you feel like doing, not what is convenient, not what everyone agrees with. What you already know is right. So why don't people obey? Let's talk about why obedience is hard. People don't struggle with obedience because they don't understand. People struggle with obedience because obedience usually costs something. Obedience costs, well, comfort, pride, control, habits, relationships, convenience, time, money, ego. That's a lot. Obedience almost always costs something. And that's why people delay. Now, this is important. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Understand this. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Let me give you a real example everyone understands. You're upset. Someone hurt you. You type a long text. We've all been there. You read it again. You add one more line. You're about to hit send. And in that moment, you just know this is not going to make anything better. Obedience sometimes looks like deleting the text. Nobody sees that. Nobody applauds that. Nobody knows you almost sent it. But that is obedience. And that one moment can change the direction of a relationship, a friendship, a family situation, a job situation. Obedience is often one small decision that prevents a big disaster. One small decision that prevents a big disaster. Most people live by this rule. I'll apologize when they apologize. But obedience sometimes means you apologize first, even if you weren't entirely wrong. That's pride dying. That's humility in action. That's obedience. One apology can fix a friendship. One apology can repair a marriage. One apology can heal a family. Obedience often sounds like, I'm sorry. Pretty simple, folks. from 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. To obey is better than sacrifice. Now that verse is incredibly important for where this series is going, because next week is sacrifice. But before sacrifice comes obedience. And God literally says, obedience is better than sacrifice. In other words, don't try to do big spiritual things if you won't do the simple things I already told you to do. Let that sink in for a second. Now you're at a store. They give you too much change. You notice it. They don't. You now have a decision. Keep it or return it. Nobody would know if you kept it, but you would know. Obedience is doing the right thing when nobody would know if you didn't. Character is what you do when no one is watching. Character. We need some more of that in this world. Your alarm clock goes off. You said you're going to do a lot of things today. Exercise, pray, read, work on something important. We've all been here. Alarm goes off. You hit snooze. Then snooze again. Then snooze again. People think life changes with big decisions. No, life changes with small daily obedience. Getting up when you said you would get up. Very simple. Doing what you said you would do. Finishing what you started. That's obedience. And that changes your life slowly, but permanently. Obedience looks like telling the truth when lying would be easier. Apologizing first. Forgiving when they don't deserve it. Stopping something you know is wrong. Starting something you know is right. Being generous when you want to hold on. Showing up when you don't feel like it. Doing the right thing when nobody would know. That's obedience. Not glamorous. Not dramatic. Daily obedience. Obedience changes your life slowly. Now, here's something people don't understand. Your life usually doesn't change from one big decision, as we said. It changes from hundreds of small acts of obedience. Small obedience. Getting up when you said you would. Doing what you promised, keeping your word. Being kind when you're irritated. Finishing what you started. Telling the truth. Showing integrity. These things don't feel spiritual, but they are. Obedience is deeply spiritual. It is. So you think getting up in the morning, that's spiritual. That's it is, believe it or not. It's because you're doing what you said you would do. Now from Luke chapter 16, verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Everyone wants the much. Nobody wants the very little. But your future is built on small obedience. Everyone has one of these. A conversation you've been avoiding. With a spouse, with a friend, with a coworker, with a parent, with a child, with anyone. You know you need to talk. You do. But you avoid it because it will be uncomfortable. Obedience often means walking into uncomfortable conversations. Growth lives on the other side of uncomfortable conversations. You're watching something. You know you shouldn't be. You know you shouldn't be watching it. You know it's not helping your mind. You know it's not helping your spirit. Obedience is picking up the remote and turning it off. That's obedience in real life. Okay, let me remind you very quickly, folks, we are a call-in show. We're here for you. That's why it's called Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, Your Path. And how do you call in? Well, you've got a QR code right at the top of your screen there. Take your phone, put it on the camera, and click up on it, and you can come right in. Or you can just look at that little thing scrolling at the bottom of your screen there. It says, to go live with the Bishop, go to tinyurl.com/Bishop Mark. And you can talk with me live. What do you want to talk about? We can talk about your Christianity. We can talk about your life, your day, your relationships, your faith. We can even talk about obedience if you want to. It's all about you. So please give me a call. Call in. Let's talk. Let's. I'm not hard to talk to, folks. I really am not. And I won't even be mean. Seriously, the calls have gone down this year, and I hope we can get some more people to call in because that's what this show is about. That's what the show is designed for. It's about you. And I see you're out there listening. I can see you online talking. I see you online watching. I can see the numbers. So all it takes is for you to call. Give us a call. All right, we're talking about obedience. This is we're in our segment, our series called "From the Ashes." Why are we doing that? Well, from the ashes, we started on Ash Wednesday, so we started this. So it's going to go all the way through just past Easter, and that's what our series is about. It's about from the ashes, coming back from the ashes, coming from the ashes. How do we do that? It's our Lenten series for 2026. And next week, guess what? Next Sunday. I might as well do the announcements right now. I'm not talking about it. It's coming. Okay, first let's talk about what's coming up this Friday. Friday, my mouth is so dry. Coming up Friday, we have the official start to the weekend with Bishop Mark. And that's on our radio station, our sister station, the Zoo, THEZUE.net. That'll be at 5 p.m. Central Time this coming Friday. It's just a way to kind of wind down and enjoy the weekend and kind of get going and let the work week go and kind of just mellow out or whatever kind of music I decide to play. I guess what you decide to do on that time. It's going to be real upbeat or real downbeat, one or the other. So, no, I try and keep it kind of eclectic and mixed. So that's Friday at THEZUE.net. We'll have that. And then coming up on Sunday. Sunday's a big day because it's beginning of Holy Week. That is going to be Palm/Passion Sunday. And it's a very good service. That's probably one of my favorite services. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite services of the year. And it begins out on our patio outside where we bless the palms. We have a little procession inside, and we have the Passion of the Christ that's read. And it's a moving service. So I encourage you to watch that with us. That's this Sunday at 3 p.m. regular time, 3 p.m. At DULC.online.church. DULC.online.church. Of course, you can catch us on Facebook or on YouTube as well. But if you want to go just directly to the site, DULC.online.church, we'll also be broadcasting live that on the Zoo, THEZUE.net. If you want to have the way to watch it on television or watch it on your phone or on your computer, you can always listen to it on the radio, THEZUE.net. And then next week is Holy Week. Let me just go over that with you real quickly. Make sure I've got the times right. I think I do in my head. Of course, Sundays is what I just talked about. And then we have Thursday is Maundy Thursday, and that'll be at 6:30, I believe is what I have it for, 6:30. It'll be also live on DULC.online.church and also be live on the Zoo, THEZUE.net. It's 6:30 on Thursday. Friday is Good Friday. Friday we have it at 6:30. That's my favorite service of the year. It'll be a candlelight service. It's very moving. If you've never seen our service on Good Friday, I suggest you watch it. It's amazing. It's a very moving service. Again, that's at 6:30 Central Time at DULC.online.church. And then, of course, next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after, is Easter Sunday. And that'll be at a special time, folks. Make sure you write this down. It's not going to be at 3 o'clock. We will not have service at 3 o'clock. The service will be at 5:30. Service is at 5:30 on Sunday for Easter. Not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday. Okay? So just so you have fair enough warning here. You know when it's going to be. Okay. Where am I? I'm waiting for you to call in, folks. That's what I'm waiting on. I don't even see a clock anymore. There it is. Okay. So before I get back into it, I'm not even going to go back into it yet. I want to do our commercial first. Let's go to a commercial, and I'm going to get some more Kool-Aid, and hopefully you'll be calling in by then. So let me find my little commercial here, and where is it? It's on here somewhere. There it is. We'll be right back, folks.
The Zoo Radio Network exists for one reason: to reach people where they are with music, conversation, and truth that still matters. In a world full of noise, the Zoo is a place for connection, reflection, encouragement, and real talk about faith, life, and purpose. Hi, I'm Sean, and I want to tell you a little more about who the Zoo Radio Network is. We are not backed by corporations. We are not driven by profit. We are powered by people. Your support keeps the Zoo broadcasting not only great Christian music, but also modern pop, classical, country, and live programming that speaks to real life. It allows us to produce shows like Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, stream worship services, amplify unheard voices, and remain accessible to anyone who needs hope. no paywall, no barriers. So, why does your support matter? Running a radio network takes more than passion. It takes broadcasting and streaming infrastructure, music licensing and royalties, studio equipment and technical support, website hosting and digital platforms, outreach, promotion, and community programming. Every dollar given goes directly into keeping the zoo strong, stable, and growing. This is more than radio. The zoo is ministry without walls. It reaches the lonely at night. It reaches the seeker who won't walk into a church. It reaches the believer who needs to be reminded they're not alone. When you give, you are not just funding a station. You are investing in lives being touched every single day. How can you help? We have a program designed so that all can give without breaking the bank. One-time gift, make an immediate impact. Monthly partner, become part of the backbone of the zoo. Sponsor a program or hour of airtime. Dedicate it in honor or memory of someone meaningful. No gift is too small. Every gift moves the mission forward. Stand with us. Keep the signal alive. If the zoo has encouraged you, challenged you, comforted you, or helped you feel connected, now is your chance to give back. Support the Zoo Radio Network today and help us continue broadcasting hope, truth, and real faith into a world that desperately needs it. Give, share, be part of the voice. Visit www.yourdallas.church and go to the Donate tab to make your tax-deductible donation today. Thank you from all of us at the Zoo Radio Network.
Dallas Universal Life Church, led by Bishop Mark, has cultivated a unique approach to Christianity that emphasizes selflessness, an open dialogue with God, and service to others. The church's values are centered around being men and women for others, and they actively seek out opportunities to serve their community. Bishop Mark's leadership approach is refreshing, encouraging people to have raw and honest conversations with God and promoting an inclusive relationship with the divine. Their belief in accepting all beliefs and ideologies and recognizing the path to God is unique and fosters an environment of inclusivity and acceptance. In today's world, where divisiveness seems to be the norm, Dallas Universal Life Church offers a refreshing and inspiring approach to faith. Their values of selflessness, service, and inclusion are a testament to the positive impact that religion can have on individuals, communities, and society as a whole.
For more information about Dallas Universal Life Church, please visit www.yourdallas.church.
And welcome back to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I'm your host, Bishop Mark Zorn, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas, and Dallas Universal Life Church, as we do every Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Welcome back. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out the zoo yet, I know you heard the commercial just a second ago. Go check it out. It's thezue.net. Just type that into your browser. It's gone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they play some great music on there. And I if you have any suggestions, feel free to send me some suggestions. My email is mark@yourdallas.church. Feel free to email me, folks. I may not get to it right away, but I'll do the best I can. I get a ton of email. So, yeah, please check it out, thezue.net. Okay. And I didn't go on the radio today, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it next week. Just remember that. All right, what are we talking about today? We're talking about obeying, right? Obedience. Tim's over here in the church with us, here at the church with us, trying to keep him awake. My voice seems to put Tim to sleep when I get into my talking here. So it's always fun to try and find something new way to keep him awake. So we're trying to do that with obedience today. Obedience. Don't forget, folks, to call in. Your Path, you want to call in for Your Path, you just go to that QR code right at the top of your screen or type into your browser, tinyurl.com/Bishop Mark. Very simple, folks. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, including obedience. All right. Here we go. So why people don't obey. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why people don't obey. Let's talk about why obedience is hard. Obedience almost always costs something. Obedience, we've been through this. We'll do it again, though, because I think it's important. Obedience costs comfort, pride, habits, control, convenience, time, money, ego. Yeah, even ego. And so what do people do? Well, they delay. They say, Well, I'll do it later. I'm thinking about it. I'm praying about it. I'm not ready yet. But here's the truth. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. I'll say that again. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Remember that. It's a very important thing to remember. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to change the teleprompter here real quick. Now, hold on just a second. Let's see if I can get this to work. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Oh, it's down here. Okay, down here. Go like that. And I pull that up and I start over with it, I think. I'll figure this out. See, y'all were trying something. We're trying something new here on the show. So I'll turn it off. Oh, I see how it works. Turn it off over here. There's that. And I can go here, the grocery cart. Okay, we'll get this done right. It only lets me put so much on there. And my show is a little longer, I think, than they expected for the teleprompter. So it only gets to a certain part, and then that's it. And I have to add it, go back and do the new part. So let me get down to that part on here. It's on here somewhere. I'm getting there. Boy, I talk a lot. Okay, here we go. No, it's not it. It was the alarm clock. Already been through that one. Okay, we did that one. There we go. It's right here. It's where it starts. It's going to get us to the end. Maybe I can get it all on there now. Thank God for copy and paste, folks. Hey, I'm waiting for you to call in. I'm sitting right here. It'd be a perfect time. I'm just, moving stuff around. Okay. Pull that back up. Someday I'll have a whole group, a whole staff behind me again. I don't have to do any of this. It'll all be just done for me. That was wishful thinking, I think. Okay, get rid of all that. Delete. Hey, I'm so smart. Okay, turn it back on. You ready? We'll get this down. This is, like I said, the first time we're using their teleprompter, a new teleprompter on the program here on StreamYard, which is who we use. StreamYard is how we do come live to you every Wednesday and live on Sundays at church. So let's start this thing up again. All right. Now, this is one of my favorite examples of character and obedience. You unload your groceries. You're near the cart. You're near the cart return, but not that near. You could leave the cart. Lots of people do. No one would say anything. Or you could walk it back. The grocery cart is a perfect test of obedience and character because, well, no one makes you return it, and no one punishes you if you don't. No one rewards you if you do. So the only reason to return it is because it's the right thing to do. That's obedience. Doing the right thing for no other reason, but it's the right thing. There are three kinds of people. People who don't know what to do. People who know what to do but don't. And people who do know what to do and do. Only the third group's life changes. Knowledge does not change your life. Intentions do not change your life. Plans do not change your life. Obedience changes your life. And obedience builds trust with God. Now, let me explain this very important point to you. Obedience is not about God controlling you. Obedience is about God being able to trust you. Because if God tells you to do something small and you won't do it, why would he give you something big? If you tell someone, call me when you get home, and I've been through this a bunch, and they don't. Next time, you don't trust them. Not because you don't love them, because they didn't do what they said they would do. Obedience builds trust. Disobedience breaks trust. Let's talk about Jesus and obedience. And we're going through this again way too quick because I know I'm almost at the end again. That's okay. I talk too fast. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'll get myself comfortable here again. Because you know what? I'm waiting for you to call in, folks. Okay, I'm going to sit back. Enjoy my beverage. Ice cold cherry Kool-Aid. Can't beat that. Well, you can. Coca-Cola beats that. Coca-Cola beats that, but you can't have Coca-Cola every single time. I know. Drink more water, Mark. Okay. Tim's here. He's going to be working all week, the rest of this week, because he didn't realize, he took over the programs this year completely. So next week is a very, very, very busy week. And it's basically like putting, 5 weeks of service into a week. And so it's very quick turnarounds. Got to go. And we're talking about, we've got Sunday. We each have 5. We'll have 4 this year. So Sunday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Okay. That's 4 services, 4 programs, 4 sermons, 4 videos, 4 pre-service videos. Is a lot. And 4 roundtables. And one of those is Easter. That's a big one. And then all the rest of them are all different from what they normally are. So there's no template to follow. It's going to be crazy. Our 10th year doing that, though. Our 10th Easter. And then coming up, folks, believe it or not, coming up May 31st. Is that right? March, April, May. May 31st is the 10th anniversary of the founding of Dallas Universal Life Church. And on that, it's actually on a Sunday this year. The actual anniversary is on a Sunday. We will be celebrating here with that. I'm going to put this out there. The thing I'm asking for this week, you always do it. Most of you have ever watched any of our stuff before. We always do a video or some special presentation for our anniversaries. And this year's a big one. So I wanted to do something, and I couldn't think of what to do. And so what I've done is I put it out to everybody. Anybody's ever come to the church, anybody's ever been a part of the church, anybody's ever experienced the church at all, whether online or whatever, send me 2 questions about either the church or about me that you maybe wanted to ask but never did. 2 questions. And you don't have to even put your name on it. It could be anonymous. I'm not going to use your name on air or anything like that. And if you're going to do this for online, this is very simple, folks. Just send it to my email address, mark@yourdallas.church. Mark@yourdallas.church. 2 questions about either the church or about myself that you wanted to ask and never have. And I will answer them for you. And we're going to put it all together into a video. And hopefully it'll be nice. And I'll have time to get it done because we've got a few of them so far, but I need to get a lot more. So if you've ever been to the church or if you're experiencing it right now, you're experiencing part of the church right now with us. Please ask something. And I will do my best to answer those for you on our anniversary on the 31st of May 31st, right before June. I know that. Huh? Yeah, that's a good idea. In the subject line of the email, if you send it to email, put 2 questions. 2 questions. Okay. All right. Obedience. We're talking about obedience today. Obey. I think about that word gets me because there's the comedian Bill Cosby. Now, what do you think about Bill Cosby and his latest, things going on in his life? Back in the day, he still is. I still think he is. I mean, he was a funny comedian. He was. He came out with some really hilarious stuff. And one of the things was he would say, obey. Obey is such a strange word. He said, obey. I guess you had to be there, folks. Maybe he's talking about his kids obeying and whatnot. It was really cute. If you ever can watch some of his early stuff, some of the stuff was really just hilarious. I mean, just you're rolling on the floor laughing, Okay. He really was. And Jell-O pudding pops are still good. If you don't know what I'm saying, if you don't understand what that means, then you're not old enough. I have give away my age, I think. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Jesus and obedience. How about that? Well, I like this better. I can scroll it. That's kind of cool. Okay, still kind of. All right, new teleprompter, folks. New toys here. All right, from Philippians chapter 2, verse 8. He became obedient to death, even death on a cross. Now, Jesus didn't just sacrifice. He obeyed. The cross was not just sacrifice. The cross was obedience, which is why this week is obedience. Next week is sacrifice. Then resurrection. Because the order matters. Obedience, sacrifice, resurrection. Obedience leads to sacrifice, and sacrifice leads to resurrection. So waiting for you to go live, folks. Give me a call. Please call in. You have plenty of time left because I'm already at the end of my show here on the teleprompter. I don't want to go there yet. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to sit here. Actually, I'm going to sit here twiddle my thumbs, wait for you. Not working, is it? Actually, I think you're tuning out now. All right, let's go on with it. I'll talk about something at the end here. In fact, maybe I'll play one of my songs or something. I don't know, something. All right, let's go on. I'm going to ask you, what do you already know that you need to do? What have you been putting off? What conversations do you need to have? What do you need to stop? What do you need to start? Where is God asking you to obey? Let's leave this segment now. We're going to move along from this segment and we'll find something else to talk about in a second. So we're going to leave this segment with this tonight. You are not one big decision away from a different life. You are 100 small acts of obedience away from a different life. And most people are waiting for God to change their life. But God is waiting for them to obey. Your life will not change when you learn more. Your life will change when you obey what you already know. Make sense? If it doesn't, call in. Okay. Let's see what we got on time. We got about 22 minutes left. So, I've always thought about just ending the show early when I run out of stuff like this, but usually Don, if he calls in like right at the last minute. I think he does it on purpose. Waits till the last minute to call in. I don't know if he's going to call in today or not. Probably not, but we can always hope. Okay, Don. Turn off the telephone. I don't need that on anymore. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. Maybe we can just play around on my my programs here and see what we got new. Nothing new there. Just have some cool little things here. Put little backgrounds and things. See, I don't get to play with this much because I'm always concentrating on what I'm doing on the actual show. But if we have people behind me and stuff doing stuff, we could always have things like when I talk and something wonderful. I'm just super nice. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Or, if I get really nervous, yeah, let me tell you. Or if I should just screw it all up. How about this one? Yeah. Now, funny? Yeah. It can be funny. It's fun. Yeah. Or I can get in trouble. Here we go. Yep. Here they come. Yeah. How about this one? Watch out. Nice. It's kind of fun. They have an explosion on here too. I don't want to use that one. A fountain. I don't know. How would you use a fountain for it? You need a bathroom break? I don't know. This is a new drop I just did today. Okay, we get it. It's fountain. Stop. Lord have mercy.
This is Your Path Live with Bishop Mark from Dallas Universal Life Church in Dallas, Texas.
I said it all.
Hey, you like that? Okay, if we go on break and come back, you should say this.
Turn it up.
Welcome back to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, live from Dallas, Texas.
Let's go.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I always forget to use them. Okay, here's that. That's that fun stuff. Then, of course, we got all the little banners and things like that on the bottom of the screen. And I have to obey the rules of the banners. Tim's going to sleep now. He's over it. Got his arms up. He's nice and comfortable in the chair. It'd be nice if I'll turn the camera on you. I would dare. Don't even go there. You can do this. We're live from Dallas, Texas. You know that, folks. We're live. Live every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Live in Dallas, Texas. As we do. We started going live, I guess, what is it? Is it 3 years ago now? This is our third season of Your Path. So, yeah, 3 years ago, we started going live with everything. And we have to thank Pastor Sean Condren from Pastor Sean Offers and Radio Television Networks for pushing us to do that, because that was a big deal. I mentioned we have our anniversary coming up. And if you are new to our church or new to watching our shows, go check out our YouTube channel, YouTube/@DallasULC, YouTube/@DallasULC. And go look at the movies and videos we've got. Not just the church, not the services, but actually the movie. You can look at the services too, but go look at the videos that we've got. And there's all of our anniversary movies are on there, and go watch them. I'm going to be playing them for the next few weeks. I'm going to be playing them here at the church before every service, because it's kind of cool to see where we've come from and see how things have changed and where things are going. Maybe. Why does it say that? Oh, I know why it says that, because that's what it came through. That's interesting. So it does live captioning, but doesn't do what I'm saying in live captioning. It does only live captioning on what is said, like pre-recorded. That's weird. Why doesn't it do it for me? That's no fair. Hello? That's no fun. I don't like that. I wish you'd said it for me. Oh, well. Such is life. All these new fangled things. Maybe I got to turn it on somewhere. I don't know. Is there a flash space? Turn it on. What's this over here? What does that do? Show seeds. Okay, seeds. I don't need that. One of these days, I'll figure this whole program out. Is that new layout? Something there. Something here. Manage layouts. No, I don't do that. Let's show you. Start here. Hotkeys, layouts, guests, visual effects. Is that a visual effect? Hey, we can blur the background. Watch this. That kind of blurs it. Not really much, does it? Oh, there it goes. Now it's blurred. That's kind of interesting. I don't want to do that. But this one. Hey! It's a brick wall. Sometimes I feel like I'm running into one when I'm doing the show and nobody calls in. How about this one? Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I wish that was my house. I actually have room. Wow, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Nice house. Okay. And we can always add our own on there too. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's get out of there. Get back to our normal place. We got little filters here. We can go bright. Ooh, Lord. Dark. Salt. I don't know. Oh, soft. Excuse me. Soft. Warm. Cool. What's this one? Pop. It's green. Black and white. Hey, right from the 60s. Vintage. How about that? Vintage. And cinematic. I don't know how that's... Huh? Cinematic? Pop is green.
I like it.
You would. It looks like the 70s. All right, back to the original. Cinematic actually looks a little better than original, doesn't it? Not about the same. And all the adjustments we got down here. Okay, that's fun. Okay, what else we got? Camera. Here's the camera. We want to mirror it. That's one thing I always mixed up when I was first started doing this. I can do this, actually do that, and actually absolutely. I didn't even realize it while I was doing the show. And I go watch and I go, why is everything backwards? Because now it looks like a mirror to me. I can kind of see myself moving like it was in a mirror. People do that because they want to see it that way. But when you got writing behind you, it doesn't really work. Can't really do that. Audio. Reduce mic background voice. Okay, I don't have any problem with that. Okay. Did that part. Not that part. Hotkeys. Layouts. Got all those layouts. Guests. Pretty cool. It's a pretty good program. It's called StreamYard, folks. I'm giving them a shout. They don't pay me for any of this. They don't give me any discount for talking about them. But let me tell you something. For as far as streaming goes, it costs a little bit of money. It does cost a little bit of money to have you have a free service. You can do it for free, but to get some of the features that we need to make this work, we do pay a fee every month, and they're great. I can't emphasize enough how good they are. It's a very simple program to use. Like I said, there's always some new things on here to look at, but even they got chat on here and everything else, and stuff that a lot of times I can't even use because I'm too busy doing the show. But all kinds of different things on here that are a lot of fun. It could be really cool as far as whatever. It's really kind of neat. I do have a commercial for you. No, I don't. Is that a commercial? I think it is a commercial. I'm gonna play it. Let's see if there's a commercial. I'm gonna go out and, just real quick because I did this commercial. I forgot all about it. Let me play it real quick. I'll be right back, folks.
Hey Badger, hey Mark, what's the deal today? Spilling thoughts like coffee on a Monday. Great big laughs, big chats in a curious way. What's the point? Tell me what's the point? Twist and turn it till we hit the joint. Baggett and the Bishop, they're a funky duo. What's the point? Come on, let's go. From the odd to the deep to the answers on a shooting star. Your questions are wild, they take us far. Ooh. What's the point? Tell me what's the point? Twist and turn until we hit the joint. Baggett and the Bishop, they're a funky duo. What's the point? Come on, let's go. Woo-hoo.
Okay, well, that wasn't the commercial, but it was the theme song to a podcast that I'm a part of. My cousin, James Baggett, asked me to, okay, stop already, asked me to co-host with him a podcast. And we've done a couple of episodes already. It's called What's the Point with the Bishop and Baggett. And so there's a lot of What's the Points out there as far as podcasts go. So you have to find the right one. We are hosted on Spotify, so that sometimes helps if you go there and look. But it's called What's the Point, and look for the one by Bishop Mark and Baggett is what he goes Baggett. Okay, it's some interesting conversations there. Some stuff we don't really talk about too much over here, but I feel a little more free talking about there. And he's the host, and I'm just a co-host. But we had a lot of fun with it, and he's actually come up with one. He came by yesterday and had, I can't remember what the theme was. The topic was he wanted to do, but it was a tough one. And I went, oh, I remember that. So I'm sure we're going to be recording that one here soon. I'm going to be like, it's going to be a tough one. I wish I had that commercial. That was kind of a cool commercial. Let's see what else we got. I'm not just killing time, folks. I'm just waiting for you to call. We can talk about obedience. What time is it? Oh, it's got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Yeah. Your Path Live. What is that? That's a show. What is that? Oh, that must be the opening. Big opening. Growing Your Faith. All this fun stuff on here I never get to play with. So I'll just play with on you. You might be going crazy. It's okay. I'm not sure what that was. A bounce. We can do this though. Again, I forgot to do this again. See, I forgot again.
Turn it up.
Welcome back to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, live from Dallas, Texas.
Let's go!
Let's go! Yeah, of course, we also have background music we can play for you. If we really get bored, we can always do this. Get
in touch with God. Turn your radio.
Hey, eyes got put the closed head. That's not no sleep now. Do you ever sleep when you leave here? You just sleep here. You come here to sleep. And we keep you awake. It was fun, folks. It's good you didn't call in. You know that, right? Obedience. All right. What? I can play another one for you. How's this one? My music has a distinct sound to it now. It's really evolved into something very recognizable as far as you can hear me go. I've walked through fire, my soul's worn thin. This is a song from my album before last. This is called Grateful for the Storms. That's also the name of the album. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Apple Music and Spotify and anywhere else you can stream great music. Check it out. Search for Grateful for the Storms on Mark Zorn, and you can find that in all of my other albums as well online. Shameless plug there. Okay, folks. So don't forget. Let's do that playing back over a second. Coming up this Friday is Exploring Faith Live with Bishop Mark. No. Coming this Friday is the official start of the weekend. Bishop Mark. That's where we're playing some music like this and some other great songs on the Zoo. GHECUE.net. That's our radio station. GHECUE.net. Music and news. Faith that inspires. Variety for the soul. That's a new tagline. Variety for the soul. I like that. And then for us, Sunday is Passion Palm Sunday. Palm Passion Sunday. At 3 p.m. on delc.online.church. delc.online.church. Make sure you catch us for that. And of course, next Wednesday we'll be back again with Exploring Faith Live. Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. So it's Exploring Your Faith on Sunday and Your Path Live on Wednesdays. It's a little confusing. How you doing, Tim? What are you eating? What are you eating? What's that? One of my favorite times. Who knows how long that candy's been there? Mark at yourdallas.church. Mark at yourdallas.church is my email address, folks. Well, I guess Don's not going to call it. I'm starting to get a little disappointed with Don. But 8 minutes left of the show here. And I got to fill it with something. Oh, hey, look, it's working now. See? No, that's the song to say. I looked at that. You should be able to see closed captioning on the. I think it's got a place. This show doesn't do a lot of closed captioning, but then it does. You get on there. The point is, I'm looking at the live closed captioning. It only does like what's being piped in, like the music or an advertising. Whatever, it doesn't do what I'm saying. So, PowerPoint does that when we run live. We do live captioning with whatever I'm saying. Church or whatever. Sometimes. Just having microphone on, I forget. Like if I go back to change clothes or whatever, I have a microphone still on, I'm talking to somebody. I've done that where I've forgotten and it's showing up on the screen outside. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It can be very dangerous. Let the song play. I really like this song. I like to hear this song. Grateful for storms. Songs aren't very long, thank God. Kind of, perfect length. So, you have these little things, and it's just sound, it's background sound. Now that would have put you to sleep. They call that acoustic cinematic. They call this dance pop. Doesn't sound like dance pop to me, but they call this one Feeding the Ducks. Lo-fi. Into space. If you're just joining us, folks, we're just kind of killing some time here because we went through everything we need to talk about today. We talked about obedience today, right here on Your Path Live with Mark. So we're just kind of playing and enjoying our time here with you and hoping you're going to call in. How do you call in? Well, you just go to that QR code right at the top of your screen, or you go down to the bottom and type in on your browser, tinyurl.com/Bishop Mark. Pretty simple, folks. And we got about 5 minutes left of the show. Plenty of time to call in and talk with me. Plenty of time. Let me turn this music off. Okay. I just want to say this again.
Turn it up.
Welcome back to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, live from Dallas, Texas.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're about to, folks. We have about 5 minutes left. Give us a call. Call in. I want to hear from you. I don't have anything else to say about obedience. We talked about it all already. Ad nauseum. I've told you the schedule already. Twice. I'm going to start telling jokes here in a minute. That's dangerous. I think I'm going to start keeping a script on the side for whenever I do run out of time, just so I can have something else to talk about. And now my focus is going in and out now. I'm still here. I'm right here. I haven't moved. That's because I put my hand up, I bet. There I am. Yeah, kind of. Quit moving. Quit. Reminds me of a horror film when it does that. In and out. And it's even nice.
We talk about how Tim's going to get it after Holy Week bonus.
Huh?
We talk about how Tim's going to get it happy. And after Holy Week bonus.
He's going to get a after Holy Week bonus. Tim is. Yeah, Tim's going to get you know what he's going to get? His pay is going to double. His pay is going to double after Holy Week. You pay, 2 times 0 is 0, but it's doubled. Don't say I never gave you anything. He gets paid exactly as much as I get paid. We don't get paid here at the church. We do this as we're all volunteers here. All of us, no matter what I don't get paid for the show. I don't get paid for I can continue going, I can see why not after tonight. No, I don't get paid. We don't get paid for anything. We're a volunteer church, and that's what we do. So if you'd like to donate to the church, you can do that. And I forgot about this. We can always talk about this. We can always talk about money. So you can just go here. Let's see. Where is it? You can always do this here. There you go. It's all about the church there. On that website also, if you go to yourtalents.church, there's a donate page, a donate section. There's 3 different sections on that donate section. One of them is for the zoo, which is our radio network. One of them is just a general tithing or donation for the church. And one of them is for our new adventure that we're coming up. We're trying to build is a new community center, a new, it's called the Gavin Myers Resource Center, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. The Gavin Myers Community Resource and Spiritual Wellness Center. The Gavin Myers Community Resource and Spiritual Wellness Center. And we're working very hard on that. And Gavin was a congregant of ours for many years from the very beginning. He wasn't here at the very first one, but he was very close to being here for the first services we had, and loved the church. He did. He loved the church. And tragically, Gavin passed away at the end of 2024. So we decided that, he should live on with our church here. And that's what we're trying to do is do that and have him live on with that. So you can also donate to that endeavor there on Your Path, on yourdallas.church. That's the place and all the information you want to know about Dallas Church is always right there on that page. Okay, folks, today we talked about obedience. Remember, your life's not going to change from one big event. Usually it's an action. It's actions that are hundreds of small little acts of obedience that change your life. That's what's going to do it. It's not glamorous. It's not, it's not something that's going to give you a lot of fame. It's just everyday things that you do that you're supposed to do. That's obedience. Showing up when you're supposed to, getting done what you're supposed to get done, doing what you say you're going to do. That's it. That's obedience. And if you can do that and you can obey in your life, the things you need to do, then you're obeying God, and bigger things come to you and your life moves on and you get better. Let's close this out with a prayer today. So let's ad-lib here. So for, I'm a recovering Catholic, folks. Catholics, they don't ad-lib prayers. It's all scripted out. So that's one thing I've had to learn over the past 10 years is really how to pray without having a script. And I think it works better because you actually know what you're saying. So bow your head with me, folks. And we're going to say, Father, thank you for the opportunity to come together this evening and praise you and speak about how we can be more obedient to you. It's a tough one. Sometimes it seems like the things that we are so easy, the littlest things to do, we avoid. Help us to obey, Father. Help us to know your will and to obey and to take each small step that you give us with faith that the next step will lead us closer to you. Father, we ask all of this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Folks, I enjoyed tonight. I did, even though we kind of ran out of stuff early. That's okay. Next week, don't forget next Wednesday at 5:30 Central, right here at dulc.online. No, right here on yourpath.online.church, yourpath.online.church next Wednesday at 5:30 Central Time. We'll be right back at that time. And then, of course, we have the big Holy Week is also next week. So we'll be right in the middle of Holy Week next week when we talk about that. Now I'm going over. See what happens? All right, folks. I enjoyed it. We'll see you next Wednesday, or you'll see you Friday. Come hear us Friday on the Zoo, thezue.net, at Friday at 5 o'clock, and we'll just go from there. I enjoyed it, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Get my hand in there. There you go. Bye. I gotta find the bye-bye part here. See what happens when I change everything. It's coming, I promise. Here it comes. Bye, folks.
Thank you for joining us for Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. God bless you.